All right, good morning. Well, yeah, still morning. I am back at Oak Mountain. Today I'm going to the Peavine Falls. Been there before, but this is the complete opposite side of where I've ever started. I'm starting, I guess, the Peavine Falls trailhead. Last time I came to the waterfall, I started at the Treetop Nature Trail by the bird sanctuary. I've only came up a little bit. I'll get used to it. But yeah, I'm excited. Got my hammock in the bag. I tried to get more people to come out, but it's hard to convince people to get out in the woods. So just got to go out there myself. Let's go. It is a beautiful morning for this. I'm not supposed to hit the 80s until this afternoon. Started in the 50s this morning. Overall, great day. Got some extra shorts and socks in the bag. I'm not banking there's going to be much of a waterfall because it's been kind of dry lately. But, you know, wouldn't hurt to hang out in the water for a little bit. So, let's get moving. Now, overall, this loop is pretty short. It's about 1.5 miles. I don't think that factors in the sort of goat trail down to the waterfall. It's very pretty out here this morning. Which I wish I had a GoPro I could attach so I could show y'all, but I'll try and get a better view going down it. Like I said, I would have done the longer route today, but I came up here with it in mind. I've been prepping this for about a week to try and get a little group going. You know, like I said, it's tough to get people out, especially on a Sunday morning, especially in the South. But you know, it is what it is. I do not mind a quiet walk through the woods. You know, it's very peaceful for the most part, very quiet. There are a lot of people up here at Oak Mountain today. So I just gotta adjust my pace to stay solo. So I'll flip y'all around and check this out. I'm officially a 1/2 mile in. I'm at pretty much the highest peak I'll be at today. Look at that view, you know? And then just green everywhere. A lot of bees. Glad I'm not allergic. So keeping my eye out for snakes too. Last hike I was on, it was a little short hike in Georgia at Stone Mountain Campground, and I had my daughter and my dog with me, and dog's ahead, daughter's on my right, and we walk past and I hear like a rattling sound, and I look over and I just keep her moving, and when I look back, it looked like it was a water moccasin or something. Water moccasin or just some kind of little like multicolored dark snake. Not a rattlesnake, but it was shaking its tail under the leaves to mimic it, and like stayed calm, did not let her know until we were like done with the hike, because she would have freaked out the entire time. So, but I made the decision I will take my daughter hiking or my dog hiking. I will not take them both again at all. Oh, side quest. Hold on. If you see a path cut out, you've got to check it out. Oh, nice. Not a lot of foot traffic. I've got nothing else going on this hike, so we're gonna check this little cut through together. I mean, it's obviously had enough foot traffic to clear a path. Ow. Ooh, nice. Just goes to some rocks. Can't beat good rocks. Well, you can beat them, but it takes a lot to make them break. Sorry. Oh, nice. Just goes to show you'll never know what you'll find until you start exploring. So, might take a quick selfie. Oh man, I forgot my selfie stick. It is what it is. So, yeah, this is nice. Let's get moving. All right, so that's where I just came from. This is the trail I've been down before, coming up from the bird sanctuary rehabilitation center. And this is where I need to go. So I'm about to head down there. It's a little steep. Ran into a small snake last time, very tiny. Yeah, I really wish that it was closer to get to the parking lot down there, and then I could like walk or hitch a ride. I'm doing a lot of waving, I apologize. Hitch a ride back up to my car, but it's like, even on the back roads, it's like a 15-minute drive. So let's get moving. And All Trails is also deceptive because this is supposed to be like a 1.5 mile loop. I've got a good ways to go and I'm already 0.85 miles in. So it's gonna be a little bit longer than expected and I'm totally down for that. See what I'm saying? This isn't even the steepest it'll be for me today. Because this is I don't know. I'm not good with angles. I'd say this is probably about a 30 to 45 degrees in spots. You know, nothing too terrible. I gotta keep my focus because there's a lot of big steps. Also, it's not bad. It's not like really in the air, but they did a controlled burn on the other side of the park this past week, which is another reason why I'm not over there on that other side. So you can smell it. I love a good campfire, so it smells really nice. But I'll definitely be paying for it later today and tonight if it gets too strong with my breathing. But you know, it's crazy. My indoor allergies have been acting up more than coming outside lately. So when I'm indoors, stuffy, overnight it's bad. But as soon as I'm outside, it clears right up, which has always been the opposite, and I'm not mad at that at all. I made it. That it's not bad, but I always say coming downhill is a little more deceptive than people think, because you're still wearing your muscles out, but it's a whole different set of muscles. So, but found the creek. Surprisingly more water than I expected. So, let's go. Oh yeah, I forgot. And all of that, I hit 1 mile. I'm at like 1.8, 1.08 right now. So yeah, I'm thinking this is probably gonna be closer to 2 miles than 1.5 miles, especially after going down the little mountainside to the waterfall, which surprisingly might have more water than I expected. So, because I think this creek, yeah, this creek feeds into it. A couple creeks feed into it. So, I'm glad it'll be Peavine Falls and not Peavine Trickle today. Oh no. Sorry. Getting a good clip of the creek for y'all. So I've hit a little fork in the road. This trail will take you kind of like to the other side of the waterfall and get you up and back to the parking lot. But I'm going this way. I can hear the waterfall. Or creeks running into the waterfall. So it's gonna be nice. Nice and clear today. Close to the same level it was the last time I came up here. This is the back side of the falls. We're at the top. We're about to go up and then down. So this area right here is probably the most difficult thing I did last year and I'm attempting today. You gotta come up along the cliffside that way, and I'll get a better view in a second. Come down, kind of hop down these little sets of rocks. This is why I bring these. I triple check them, put all my weight on them. And yeah, our goal is down there. See, it does get a little bit easier, but you've got to basically walk across all that. There's a small trail up top, and then come down through there. I've seen families with kids do it. Heck, last year when I was here, there was a couple that I passed on the trail, and they got here. They got down to the waterfall area a few minutes after I did. That woman was 7 months pregnant, and she was doing this trail. So climbed down and everything. Yeah, but I think that's part of a trail. There's a much easier way to get here. It's just like 8 miles long. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. Okay, so I might have lied. That right there was pretty difficult. At least for me it was. But we are so close. I'm gonna stick with the higher side. I don't think anybody's down here today. We made it. Now it's definitely not as big as it was last time. Granted, we haven't had much rain this year in the last few months, but it's still a nice little spot. I'm going to, I don't know. I could probably hang my hammock somewhat close, but I think I'm gonna hold off. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down here, eat a snack, enjoy it. There's a nice little rock over there. Maybe kick my shoes off, stick my feet in the water. It's gonna be fun. All right, well that was fun. There was nobody at the waterfall until about 5 minutes after I showed up. And then there was I don't know, there's probably 15, 20 people down there right now. I think I kind of had to climb out of here. I did get into the water. It was a little chilly. I had somebody, I always meet random people on the trail. Convinced me to actually go out and touch the water. I did. But then they were too afraid to do it themselves. She kept going about halfway out there and then turning right around. So, but I'm gonna head out. As soon as I get done with this little climb, I'll let y'all know how I did. How is this part of a trail that is marked moderate to easy? Well, I made it up the first bit, but then all trails telling me I gotta go up that. Cool. Here's a good look at it. Okay, well, I'm sure there was more than one way to skin that cat. But there was a herd of people coming down. And I had to like grip some rocks, pull myself up. Little more forgiving than the other side, but I would kind of prefer the other side. So I can understand why some of the folks. That one person that I was talking to, she just climbed up the side of the waterfall, which was wild. But if that's the quicker route, I might do that next time. I'm on the final stretch. I need to do some more exploring out here. Ooh, let's stop. I ran into a young couple asking me about a lookout. He showed me a video from a couple years ago, and I've got to do some more exploring because if there's a big lookout tower or gazebo, I got to find it. This isn't a bad trail. I just wasn't expecting to have to climb up as steep as I just did, and it's a steady climb up here, but I'm hitting it about 1.65 miles right now. Only about an hour and 15 moving time. Kind of chilled for a little while, so it's been a good day. So keep going, go and give y'all not a recap, but a final timeline when I get to the car. A large group was coming down as I was going up a little area where I had to climb. And I think they might have lost some folks. There's a group of looks like college-age kids. But I think two of them might have took off on a second trail once they got left behind a little bit. So hopefully they find them quick, because all the trails kind of lead into each other, and there's phone service out here. So as long as they have the phones, it should be good. So, but car should be up there. All in all, like I was saying, going with all trails, even without my little detour, about a half a mile longer than predicted. Doesn't bother me, but it's nice. It would be nice to have accurate readings. There's not a lot of accurate readings on all trails. I learned that last year, so I kind of just use them as a rough guide. Good to download the map of the area. I can see the cars and parking lot now, so let me see where we're at. Yeah, my watch hasn't updated, but I'll have a better idea in a few minutes. All right, so I'm filming this on Thursday night. Just got back from D&D. I went to put all the videos together the other day to clip them and edit them. Realized I forgot to do an outro, and I've finally got myself to a point where I can sit and actually do this. Just to recap, the hike was fun. Hike was great. It got pretty warm towards the end, and I would have filmed an outro at the car, but there was a couple having a very loud, sort of a loud discussion. Well, I'll say it as nice as I can. But I enjoyed it. It ended up being right at 2 miles. I kind of did a parking lot loop just to add that little bit extra on there. It was fun. I recommend it. Be prepared either route you go. There's spots that are going to be pretty steep. You'll have to climb up. I had to climb up one little spot. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I would definitely, if your kids are climbers and you're confident with it, there are safer paths you can take, at least through there. Like I said, I've seen kids to go up and down it, but it is what it is. I'm going to get in here, get ready for bed. Y'all have a good night, And yeah, go outside.